Do you sometimes feel overwhelmed when you hear the words budget and saving? Ever say to yourself, I'm bad with money? Or, I know I should budget, but what's the point? I'll never afford X. That can be a house, a car, a vacation. If any of the above sounds familiar to you, it's your money mindset. And it may be standing in your way of choosing happy for living a healthy financial life. Negative self-talk about money is common, and it can be limiting you. If you believe you're bad with money, or that budgeting is hard, you're less likely to even make an effort. In today's training, I'm sharing with you the money affirmation I authored that is in the Choose Happy Affirmation card deck that helped me rewrite the negative self-talk that was standing in my way of saving for what I really wanted for today and for my future. It's time to ditch the negativity that is standing in your way. Welcome to the Choose Happy with Marie show. Hey girlfriend, do you want to connect back to yourself and what you really want for your life? Are you finally done with the limiting stories and fear that stands in your way? Is the negative talk so loud that it sabotages you and lowers your self-confidence? Hi, I'm Marie. For the majority of my life, I lived in negativity that was often labeled as depression. My breakthrough happened when I learned the power of choosing happy. This podcast will give you tangible ways to finally ditch the negativity, improve your self-esteem, and take action for what you really want for your life. No more guilt. No more people pleasing. Let's do this. We are choosing happy. Hello. How are you? I hope you're enjoying the Money Mindset series. Just to recap, part 1 of the Money Mindset series, episode number 43, I invited you to buy something special for yourself for your birthday or any other time of the year that resonates with you. When we spend on ourselves in a meaningful way, it's an act of self-love. In part 2, episode number 44, the last episode, I shared with you 3 simple steps to improve how you spend your money, including the use of the money affirmation that I authored in the Choose Happy Affirmation card deck that helped me get off that hamster wheel of automatically spending my money, and how I learned to rewrite the negative self-talk so that I could be intentional for how I spent my money. I hope you're enjoying using that affirmation. Did you put it in your wallet or in your purse? For those of you who have the card deck, it's a great way to really help yourself pause and think twice before making some of your purchases, especially those that you know you shouldn't be doing, but you do. So that's a really great affirmation to help with our spending habits. Today's training will be all about savings and addressing any negative self-talk that may be standing in your way. Savings. How does that make you feel when I say that word? Who has extra money, right? You do, even if it's only a few dollars. What matters is that you start putting in place this healthy financial habit of putting aside money regularly instead of spending it today. And if you're wondering, Marie, where's this extra money supposed to come from? Check out the previous episode on spending. Episode number 44 called 3 Simple Steps to Improve How You Spend Your Money, where it addressed spending habits. Do you save? And if you do, are your savings goals aligned with what is important to you and what you want for your life, your dreams, your goals? Do they align with the vision board you created? And if you haven't already done so, get going creating your vision board. See episode number 3, Design Your Choose Happy Vision Board, in which I share with you how to make a free online vision board that you can save to your desktop so you can put it there and you can look at it and help inspire you to take action to having the life that you really want for yourself. Why does it matter to save? Oh, you hear that you're supposed to say, why does it matter? Well, saving takes care of future you and your needs and your families. And the second reason is that it helps you follow through on goals and dreams that you have for your life. Goals and dreams cost money. So when you save your money, you're putting it towards taking action in the future for what you really want for yourself. Goals are something that you can control. That's why the goals are so important, which is why I have goal setting as part of choosing happy. When you pick the right one, it motivates you to change your behavior and your habits. When you want to save, it's important to identify the why, what you're saving for, and why it matters to you, not the why that other people are telling you to do. If you feel like you'll never get ahead financially, that puts you in a position of helplessness. And that's not a productive place to be. You have to flip the script. Look at what you can control. If it's about work, can you retrain or ask for a promotion or a pay raise so that you can increase the amount of money coming into your life? This is assuming that you're doing good work that can result to a promotion or a pay raise. If you feel like you're living pay to pay, paycheck to paycheck, are there ways to cut expenses, start stashing some money aside, for example? When you cut expenses, there can be a little bit more money that you can put aside as savings. Having a plan, setting your goals, that's the first step to feeling more powerful. And your script needs this. Your script that you're telling to yourself is not about lack. It's actually about having more. How can we save? I thought I'd share with you just a couple of tips that I feel that has really worked with me in my life and that I hear from friends and from what I read online from financial advisors. So here's a tip. Number 1, make it automatic. Wow, that is really life-changing. When you don't have to think about it, it just happens. So there's no negative self-talk that can actually stand in your way. What I like to do is have another bank account, for example, maybe an online bank account, so it makes it least accessible to get to. As my pay comes in, for example, I just decide on a certain amount of money, and I just automatically have it transferred every 2 weeks or however many times that you are being paid or receiving income. And that way you don't have to get involved. You just have it auto transfer. And even more fun, I find, is calling the account something fun. So instead of it just being an account with like numbers, like the business account number, call it something fun. If, for example, if you're saving for your birthday present, see episode number 43 about that one, call it something fun, like my birthday fund or something like that. Another thing that I found when I was researching online is I found references to something called the 50-30-20 formula. And that intrigued me to learn about this a little bit more. This is more with regard to budgeting. And if you want to learn a little bit more of what I've talked about with regard to budgeting, see the previous episode right before this one, last week's episode. And so 50-30-20 formula. Some of the financial advisors online recommend this, and it goes as follows. And I'm just sharing for your consideration if it resonates with you. 50% of your take-home pay is to be used for your living needs. I'm assuming that's mortgage, rent, that kind of stuff, food. 30% for your wants, and 20% towards savings, in which 10% is for future savings and 10% are for goals. They can also be for charities that you may want to support. It's an interesting approach. Just sharing in case you want to learn a little bit more about it. It's called the 50-30-20 formula. I thought that was really interesting. Oh yes, one more tip with regard to saving that I found that has been really useful in my life is to increase the amount you save when you get a raise at your job. Because you're not used to having this extra money, it will make it easy to increase the amount. You're not used to spending it. For those of us who may be struggling with just paying the bills, even if you can only put a very small amount towards savings, even if it's just $5, $10, do it. It's about paying yourself first. It's about putting in place that savings habit, and choosing happy is about taking care of you. And this means for your finances too. Along with these savings habits that you can put in place, you can also use an affirmation to help change your mindset so that you can follow through on saving for what is really important to you. So this is the affirmation I authored with regard to helping me save money. And I found that has been really useful. I find when I'm having to pay bills, I remind myself that saving money is also as important as spending money. So here's the affirmation, and I'll repeat it after I say it. It goes as follows. I save money for what is important to me. What I choose to save for aligns with my goals and dreams. I'll repeat it. I save money for what is important to me. What I choose to save for aligns with my goals and dreams. Using this affirmation can help you at the beginning when you're first starting out saving if you don't quite have the saving habit in place. I wrote this affirmation to help me implement this new habit of saving, especially when money was tight, when I had the kids' expenses, for example, daycare, after-school activities. I didn't know where extra money could be found to save and even like to save for their education. So I found when I could identify the goals and dreams that I wanted, made it easier to save money. So maybe this affirmation may resonate with you and help you implement a savings habit. 2 key to-dos from this episode. If you don't already have this in place, number 1, establish a long-term savings fund to take care of future you and your family and contribute it to an ongoing basis. Make it automatic so you don't have to think about it. It just transfers over every time you get paid. You can easily set that up with your bank. Number 2, establish a savings account to fund your goals and dreams. It's not just about saving in the future. That matters for sure. But when you have a savings account that is targeted to fund your goals and dreams, it's more meaningful and it's a motivator to help you save. Identify what those are and put a timeline as to when you intend to spend it. See, it's a savings fund, but it's also a spending fund too. And contribute to it regularly, even if it's only for a small amount. Consistency, putting in place this habit is what matters, and make it automatic, if I haven't said that enough. This way, your negative self-talk won't even stand in your way because it's automatic. There's like no intervention needed by you. And start using the money affirmation, this one for saving, and from the previous episode with regard to spending. And the next episode, we'll have one more money mindset affirmation that I'm going to share with you. So ensure you're signed up on your favorite podcast app to listen to it as soon as it goes live. That's it for today. It's been so nice connecting with you. But before I go, I want to ask you, do you like using checklists? I love checklists. It's just something magical happens when I cross something as done. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but maybe you feel that way too. I know the Joyful June monthly calendar has been a hit, so I'm just so happy that really resonated with you. And I'm thinking about future resources like that. I am still a paper girl. I use a paper agenda along with my phone's digital calendar, especially if I have appointments that include other members of my family. Do you use a paper agenda too? If checklists are your thing, you are going to love the new resource I designed this summer to support us in choosing happy for living our everyday life. Ensure you're receiving emails from Choose Happy. If you have signed up and you're not getting them, they could be landing in your junk email folder. So check there and bring them into your inbox so that they're considered as a safe center. If you're not on the email list yet, there's still time to sign up. See the link in the show's notes. This link will download the complimentary sample pack of the Choose Happy affirmation cards, and it will automatically sign you up for the emails and the resource that's coming up later this month. I hope you continue to enjoy and benefit from the Choose Happy Money Mindset series. Stay tuned for next week, where I will introduce you to the third money affirmation that is in the Choose Happy affirmation card deck, and that will wrap up the series. Wishing you a wonderful week, choosing happy. Cheers! I hope today's episode empowered you to choose happy as you live your upcoming week. If it did, consider forwarding it to a friend that may benefit from it as well.
If you have 30 seconds, please leave a review for the show on your favorite podcast app. It warms my heart to hear the positive impact the show is making in your life. It takes vulnerability and courage for me to show up here every week. I do this because I feel called to share what I learned with others. Your feedback is greatly appreciated. You can purchase your very own Choose Happy affirmation card deck at www.choosehappywithmarie.com. Take good care and see you next week.